And good afternoon from the Graph Events Center, McCook Community College, 1039 The Hawk. We're online at highplainsradio.net and the 1039 Hawk app as well. Also, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel for the 4 games here for the final day of the RPAC Conference basketball tournament. Man, it is a long week, and just wait. You add a couple of teams next year. Who knows what it's going to be like? I'm sure just go Saturdays. Saturday's what it's going to be like. Rich Barnett, Bob Golke, Mark Sears is going to join us for the later championship games tonight. Bob, here we go. You got all 4. You have it built into you. Do you have 4 games in you?
Yeah, I'm really going to have to pace myself today, Rich, so I hope you'll bear with me. But no, actually, these are easy games to do because, frankly, there's some nice matchups. It's going to be fun to see. For me, at least, I haven't seen a ton of the teams from the western side of the bracket. I've seen Dundee County at least a couple of times. But other than that, no, I'm kind of anxious to see Maywood Hayes Center. I haven't seen their boys play all year. But, again, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We have a couple nice consolation games here coming up. And a couple teams that one team, of course, that is just happy to be here, frankly, in the Paxton ladies, have not made it to a Saturday in a number of years. So that was nice reward for them. And frankly, even during the course of our broadcast, I didn't get a chance to see the Alma boys play, and I'm very anxious to see them for that boys matchup at the end of the day. So, no, all kinds of good stuff here. As they say, plenty of good seats available now.
Yep.
And come on by. And, again, we're only going to be going until about 9 o'clock tonight, I imagine, if not more. So
exactly.
Pick your game and come on out.
We watched Alma girls the other day and against Southern Valley in that final game. And Southern Valley kind of pulled away, ended up winning by 14, but they kind of hung in there for a while. But Coach Siebel's got herself a pretty good team this year.
Oh, yeah, they're a very nice squad. They're very talented in volleyball. They certainly have carried that over into basketball, too. And, again, it was, like I said, a really much a back-and-forth game. I think about a 4-point game either way for most of the way. And then Southern Valley, again, they've just got some shooters. They played some really good trapping defense. They're very quick, and, of course, the Bose girls are just offensive threats every time they get the ball.
Paxton, again, Mark was covering them the other day. They had a battle. In fact, we were listening on the way home, Bob, if I'm not mistaken, the other night from, I think the Maywood Hayes Center Paxton game ended up being 52-45. So they gave Mayhay a battle for a while.
Oh, absolutely. No, again, it was certainly a matchup they were excited about playing, and just the fact that they knew they were going to get here on Saturday is one thing. But, again, these games are always kind of interesting, these consolation games. Most of the time it's just a matter of who wants to win a little bit more than the other team, and so you never really know what to expect. But those championship games, it's the number 1 seeds from both sides, for both the ladies and the guys. So, again, theoretically, we're getting the matchups that you would expect to get.
I guess the one game we were listening on the way home from Bertrand, we were listening to Hitchcock County Paxton game when overtime, or it wasn't a game first quarter, but Hitchcock County battled their way back, and we listened to the overtime on the way home.
Right. No, again, it's a testament to the conference here. They've just got a lot of nice teams. It's very tough at the top. On both the east side and the west side. And again, just like in so many other sports, this conference holds its own with the schools in its class.
All right, so we're a couple of minutes away. Starting lineups, Bob, go ahead.
All righty, we'll go with the visitor on the scoreboard. That'll be the Paxton Tigers. They'll be in their navy with gold trim. They will go with Jordan Klaus, a 5'4 junior. Ella Foti, 5'5 sophomore. Abigail Nicholson, 5'4 senior. Jacelyn Jorgensen, 5'10 senior. And Emily Nicholson, a 5'8 junior. Head coach, of course, for Paxton is the well-dressed, I might add, certainly a GQ-type coach, Chance Moreland. Alma Cardinals, they'll counter with Cameron Scott, 5'7 freshman. Edison Siebels, their top scorer, 5'8 senior. Tursten Moore, who had, I think, one of the best night of any Alma Cardinal against Southern Valley that night, too. She had a nice game. She's a 5'8 sophomore. Chase Malzahn, the 5'11 junior. And Riley Scott, the 5'8" senior. And, of course, the head coach for Alma is Amanda Siebels.
Yeah, looking over Coach Moreland compared to assistant coach Scott Jorgensen, it's like night and day. Coach Jorgensen, of course, the athletic director of Paxton. We know Coach Jorgensen very, very well. Hey, he's just dressed in a sporty look. He's got some khakis and but he apparently not a suit and tie guy.
Well, no, I mean, you would probably call him business casual.
There we go.
And the head coach is business executive.
After this game, we'll have the third-place boys game matchup between Cambridge and Dundee County Stratton. I know you and Mark were just talking about that game. You guys did that game in Benkelman, a week and a half or 2 weeks ago? And boy, DCS in the home court. Gave up 24 points against Cambridge in that one.
Yeah, again, that was a game that came unraveled for the Trojans pretty quickly, frankly, in that game, too. Dundee County's press and just overall defense really shut down Cambridge, and boy, they just couldn't make a shot either. I mean, it's one of those, Dundee County Stratton, we know how tough their boys' defense can be, but again, when you're not shooting well, it just compounds the problem. So again, a little revenge maybe for the Trojans, and maybe a little disappointment for Dundee County Stratton after that hard-fought game last night.
Championship on the girls' side, Maywood Hayes Center, Southern Valley for the second straight year.
Yeah, again, looking forward to that. It's amazing. Southern Valley is really a team that, they talk about the offensive threats, but they also can play some pretty good defense against any of these squads. So that'll be a very interesting matchup. And, of course, Maywood, gosh, how many years have they been in the finals in a row on the ladies' side? I mean, is it going on 5 or 6 now? So, again, I would probably consider the Wolves the underdog in that game, but again, that's going to be another super championship game.
And then last but not least, the boys' title game and a 2-1 seeds in Alma and Maywood Hayes Center.
Yeah, again, Alma boys, very, very young squad, a lot of talented sophomores on that team. And then, of course, Maywood Hayes Center, they haven't been able to get past Dundee County, which they finally slew the Dragon the other night there to get back to this championship game. So they're going to be really excited to play.
We're going to have our anthem, our lineups, here from some of our great sponsors, helping us out our coverage all week long, going back to last Saturday. Mark was over in Wallace. We were over in Curtis and making the way to different other locations in the East and West divisions. Great sponsors helping us out. Back with the tip-off between Alma, Paxton girls, coming up in just a moment on 103.9 The Hawk and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Rich and Bob back here at the Graph Event Center, McCook Community College. The lineups being announced. Non-starters and the starters as well for Alma and Paxton. Third place game of the RPAC Conference basketball tournaments. Again, 3 more games coming up, all on 103.9 The Hawk, and also our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well has the coverage all day long. Our officiating crew, Jake Curl, Chad Lyons, and Wes Andrzejewski. I think these guys have been having a pretty busy week as well. Really, some have been doing, I think, floating between 2 conferences. A little bit of RPAC, a little bit of Southwest Conference, too.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's, again, this is a lot of conferences are ahead. This is the time of year that they do any conference tournaments that they have. So, again, yeah, you can cover a lot of ground in a pretty short amount of time.
Alma will be in the home white uniforms, and Paxton will be in the road blue uniforms. One note here on for Paxton, Jacelyn Jorgensen, the 5'10" senior, is going to be an MCC Indian next year. Hasn't officially signed yet, but I do believe she is going to be playing for Coach Pritchett and MCC basketball coming up next year.
No, very impressive. And again, this just looking at, again, I haven't seen Paxton, but looking at them as they are being introduced, they do look like they have some size. Certainly good enough to match up with Alma, but we'll see, and again, how the outside shooting works for the Cardinals, too. But again, they've got a very competitive group of players. And again, I'm sure they're going to put forth a good effort. I don't see their coach letting them do anything other than that.
Of course, we did see the Paxton girls here at the RPAC volleyball tournament championships right here.
Yep, absolutely correct. That's right. And again, I'm trying to think. I don't think I did ref them during the course of the year. Didn't get a chance to see them other than that particular thing. So again, you know that they've got some talented athletes. And again, they're certainly going to be very excited to be here.
All right, the first of 4 games. Once again, 103.9 The Hawk, and also on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Of course, Alma with great stand-on Addison Siebels and battling back from knee injuries, and their guards, the way they play with the Scott girls. And boy, Thurston Moore is going to be a force for the next couple of years, just being a sophomore.
Yeah, exactly right. She was really was very fundamental in them staying as close as they did the other night against Southern Valley.
Tip control by Alma. They'll go left or right on the offense. Cardinals with the basketball first. The 1 seed, and it came down. Alma and Southern Valley was a coin flip. Both went in with the same exact records. They had not. The next tiebreaker is head-to-head. They hadn't played yet, so you had to go to a coin flip. So that's why the 1 and 2 seeds went that way. Alma throws the ball away. It'll be Paxton basketball.
Well, and again, that's why really, I mean, you don't. They're the number 2 seed in name only. I mean, it's 1 and 1A or whatever you want to call it. Again, coming down to a coin flip, like you said.
Just in the 1 seed does not play on that Saturday. The 2 seed does play, so you get an extra game. Well, yeah, some coaches, they kind of enjoy that playing that Saturday because sometimes it's a long time before you play from one day to the next.
Exactly.
Paxton breaks the timeline and a steal out front. Alma in the passing lane. It's Riley Scott the other way. The foul's going to be called on a push against Paxton. 2-shot foul coming up for Riley Scott.
Yeah, Jordan Klaus going to pick up the first foul of the game. And again, Riley Scott, nice anticipation there. Jumped in front of the pass. And again, Paxton, that was the first time they had seen Alma's press and had a little trouble breaking it, but were able to get the ball across.
Alma again had the bye. Oh, here we go with the free throw lines, because there's a volleyball line right near the free throw line, and sometimes you get mistaken for it.
Yeah, they're I mean, from here even down closest to us, they look like they're probably a foot and a half apart at the most.
Oh, Arapahoe, I love their gym. Love the floor, but there's too many lines on it. There's too many stinking lines. They're just all over the place. I just can't stand gym floors. I get it with all the PE and the games, stuff like that, but oh, there's so many lines. First free throw's on the way and missed. Alma, once again, the 1 seed in the girls' bracket, beat Cambridge 44-36 and fell to Southern Valley 54-40 in their 2 games. Paxton, this will be their, they had to play 1 more game. It's 1-0 Cardinals in the early going. Our score update's brought to you by MMB Bank.
Gilligan, little buddy.
Paxton with the basketball. Half-court sets. Fody, skip pass, Nicholson. Jordan Klaus dumping down inside. Nicholson, jumpers on the way from Jacelyn Jorgensen is on the way and good. It's 2-1.
Yeah, again, just kind of overpass that worked out in Paxton's favor.
Cardinals back in the half-court set. Steeples playing the high post. Baseline runner by Moore is on the way. Missed it. Drew the foul. Fouls on the floor. Be team foul number 2 against the Tigers in the opening quarter. We played a minute, and it's 2-1 Paxton. Inbounds pass coming up from Addison Siebels. Riley Scott. Out front now to Moore. On the move. Jumper's going to be on the way. Missed it from 3. Riley Scott backside rebound by Thurston Moore. Long 3 is going to be on the way and short. Caitlin Bradley starting the game. Oh, no, nuts. And she just wore. Scott's wearing a different number today. I know what's in the book. Scott's wearing 14 instead of 3. That's Camry Scott. Jumper inside by Seabolds. Bob is on the way and good. It's 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, nice basket by Addison Seabolds, and again, averaging right around 14 points a game. That's who they're going to rely on, certainly.
Yeah, Cameron Scott's got, we're one. I think she wore 1 in the game the other day we watched, but we're in 14. Long 3s on the way and missed by Fode, and now Paxton gets it back, and now Alma gets it right back. Seabolds' home run pass is going to be broken up by Jordan Klaus. Paxton Tigers get it back, trailing by 1-3-2. Yeah, just noticed that. Once again, what's the matter?
Well, they're not showing the fouls, who the foul was in between when a foul was called.
Yeah.
So
okay, we got to get on this because that's got to be done. We'll
I wanted to make sure who I called the last foul or the player.
Going to be an over and back call. Going to be called against once again Paxton. That's a must. You got to show those fouls on there. Cardinals get it back with a 3-2 lead. And a chance for these teams to end the tournament on a good note, picking up a win. You still got 4 or so games left before your sub-district is going to begin pretty soon. Malzahn, Seabolds, free throw line jumpers on the way. Missed it, rebound inside. I smell my first jump ball. Our first jump ball. There it is, and it's going to be possession arrow back to Paxton.
Yeah, again, and this is a quality win for either squad that does it. I mean, it's a Division I win or the highest point total you can get for Paxton. And even for Alma, they need teams with winning records.
Right.
They're a little short on points for a team that's 14-2.
Tigers break the timeline. Far side, it's Abigail Nicholson. There's going to be a push going to be called against Thurston Moore. That'll be her first and team foul number, it's number 1 or number 2?
First foul on Alma, first team foul as well.
Yep, you're going to have to make a phone call down there. You guys got to keep fouls on the board. Come on, people, please. Paxton back in the half court. Fode now skip past cross court. Now it's Nicholson, Abigail. You got 2 Nicholson girls in there playing. Loose ball.
Yeah, Alma, that 2-3 zone, really smothering Paxton.
Jorgensen and tipped out of bounds by Camry Scott last. We'll go back to Paxton right near the Alma bench.
Yeah, okay, now I get it. You're right. She is, 14 tonight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Off the inbounds. Way up top now, it's Nicholson. Fode has it. The lob. Jorgensen backside, broken up by Moore. Nicholson got it right back. Put back, jumpers on the way, missed it, drew the foul. It'll be Jacelyn Nicholson to the free throw line, or Jacelyn Jorgensen to the free throw line for a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, 2 fouls on Alma, both of those on Thurston Moore, and that's the person you do not want to get in foul trouble if you're an Alma fan.
You got the Jorgensen and you got the Nicholson. So, we get that a little mixed up. 3-3 ball game on the Jorgensen free throw. One more coming up as it was checking out was Thurston Moore. I think Miley Scott checked in for the first time. Free throw's going to be on the way and good. Scott, a pretty good three-point shooter. 4-3 Paxton. In the early going, we went to the 5-minute mark here, quarter number 1. Baseline Scott, this is Riley Scott. And Miley Whitney was. That's the thing with these names. You got Riley Scott and you got Miley Whitney. So, yeah, Miley Whitney in the ballgame for the first time. Sorry. It's been a week-long, interesting journey.
A lot of names, a lot of numbers, Rich.
No question. Seabolds of the high post. The foul's going to be called, I think, against Emily Nicholson. Team foul number 3 going to be called against Paxton. 4:42 left. We'll see subs in the ball game for Paxton. They'll bring in Reese Glenn and the young freshman in the ball game for the first time. Off the inbounds, out front now Riley Scott. Miley Whitney has it. Now it's Seabolds left side. Skip past the other side of Scott. Long 3 is going to be on the way. Rimmed in and out. Rebound by Glenn inside.
Yeah, getting good box out by the Tigers on that possession.
Tigers with a 1-point lead, and runners on the way. And missed that time by Jorgensen. Here comes Alma the other way. Missed a bunny that time. A little bit too strong. Lead pass to Chase Malzahn. Missed it. before the shot. Going to be called for the walking violation. Go back to Paxton.
Yeah, just had that little skip step. And again, Jorgensen there just a little too hard off the backboard there on the breakaway in the prior possession.
4-3 ball game. A little pressure once again, three-quarter score pressure. Paxton breaks it nicely. On the move, Klaus. Backside look, Glenn got it blocked on the way up, that time by Molzon, and here comes Alma the other way.
Yeah, again, just kept her position there, arms straight up, and basically almost took it right out of the hands.
Inside Siebels, dumping it off from Molzon. I thought Siebels would probably almost take that shot inside. Extra pass, and out of bounds off Alma, goes back to Paxton. Cardinals to their bench, and it's for the first time Callie Hammond. We saw her a little bit. Cameron Neal will check in as well.
Yeah, again, Alma's starting five are they're definitely their main players, but they do sub a couple extra in. Be interesting to see how long the Paxton they've only had a couple subs here so far too.
You know, Alma folks got the first game of the day, Bob, and they got the last game of the day.
Right. Hope you enjoy the city.
Exactly right. Glenn down low, basket up, missed, and drew the foul. It'll be Siebels picking up the personal, and that'll be team foul number 3. Going to be called against Alma. Team fouls are tied at 3 apiece.
Yeah, again, Paxton here the last couple of possessions has had no trouble getting past the Alma press.
And free throws coming up for Glenn on the way, and missed it. She'll get one more. Our coverage of high school basketball next week on the Hawk. Dundee County Stratton at Southwest, girls, boys doubleheader. And then the Hitchcock County Maywood Hayes Center next Friday. That'll be a couple of good matchups. There's 1 or 2 at the free throw line. Paxton up 5-3 in the opener. 3:50 left in the opening quarter. Long 3 is going to be on the way. Missed it that time. Long 3 by Camry Scott. Goes out of bounds. No touch. Goes back to Paxton.
Yeah, again, boy, long rebound there. No chance for any team to get that. So, again, Alma stagnant here a little bit as far as on the offensive side of things.
Riley Scott checking back in the lineup. I think it was Moore that checked out. 5-3 Paxton in the first quarter. Tigers back in the half court on the dribble. Fody, backside look, jumpers on the way, and good that time by Jacelyn Jorgensen.
Yeah, again, Paxton taking advantage of their height down inside.
7-3 Tigers by 4 in the early going. Miley Whitney, her 3 is going to be on the way and drained it. Haven't had too many threes. That's the first one of the game.
Exactly right.
By either team. 7-6 ball game. Paxton by 1.
Yeah, she's a definite threat from the outside there, too. She hit, I think, at least 2 the other night against Southern Valley.
Going to be a walking violation. Yep, we saw that up here. Abigail Nicholson, the extra step that time. And we'll go back to Alma with a chance to take the lead. 3:10 left in the opening quarter. 7-6 ball game. Once again, 103.9 The Hawk, and also our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. We've got a lot of folks online. Appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button for us as well. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just helps with our numbers. Nice move inside Siebels. A chance at the old-fashioned three-point play on the nice drive. And it's Siebels. Makes it a 1-point Alma lead.
Yeah, again, split the defenders there, kind of the up-and-under move. And, again, she is, again, Alma's biggest scoring threat.
4th team foul against Paxton in the opening quarter. Free throws on the way and too strong. Came right. She would have followed her shot or stepped. She probably would have came right back to her. Here comes Paxton the other way. The lob to Jorgensen inside, off balance, and the walking violation is going to be called and goes back to Alma.
Boy, you know, Rick, no real secret what Paxton's doing here. I mean, these last 4 or 5 trips down the court, all they've done is lob down low, and they're really trying to work that baseline.
30-second timeout coming. Take a break. Back to the MCC Graph Event Center next on 103.9 The Hawk. Back here at the Graph Event Center, Rich Barnett, Bob Golke, 8-7. First timeout taken by either team, as it was Paxton calling timeout. 8-7, still, hey, anybody's ball game here,
Yeah,
Bob.
again, nothing decided at this point in time. And again, Alma just turns the ball over.
Here come the Tigers the other way as on the move. Klaus trying to get a handle on it and finally did. And the foul is going to be called on a reach against the Cardinals. No shooting fouls yet. Both teams are four team fouls, and I bet money, Bob, in the next 2:39, somebody's going to commit another foul.
Yeah, I think we'll be shooting some free throws again. You know, these the ladies here, they played on Thursday, so they have had a day off in between, unlike the guys who played last night.
Inbounds pass by Fody, looking baseline, long three by Nicholson's on the way, drain the three. Big three for Paxton. Tigers up by 2 here in the first quarter, 10-8.
Yeah, again, impressive start. This is exactly what Paxton wanted, to make sure they're hanging in the ball game to start with.
Siebels has it. Skip pass to Miley Whitney. 3 balls on the way left side. A little wide right. It goes out of bounds off of Neal out of bounds and go back to Paxton.
Yeah, I think the breeze must have carried that a little bit wide to the right there, but missed everything on that one.
Bob, you're going to have to keep those fouls yourselves for the rest of the night. Apparently,
and I'm already off 2, so this could be a problem.
They're having some issues with the scoreboard. So
I have the correct fouls for Alma. I'm missing fouls for Paxton.
Paxton with the basketball in a 2-point lead. Baseline jumper by Fody. Passed it up. Ran right into Siebel. Some contact. No call. Loose ball. Glenn ripped it away. And Paxton has it right back. Klaus. Jorgensen low block. Double team. Somebody's open. Skip pass now out front. Now it's Nicholson. And now it's Fody, top of the circle, free throw line. Nowhere to go. Out front, going to be a walk-in violation. Took that extra step.
Yeah, again, boy, quite the collision between Fody and Addison Siebels of Alma. They're kind of and they both backed off about 1.5 feet after they collided.
1:48 left in the opening quarter. I tell you, Coach Moreland down there, suit and tie guy, boy, he never sits down.
No, he looks, again, very studious down there from the sidelines.
10-8 ball game. Alma back in the half court. Siebels, good step through off the glass. Missed it too strong. Long rebound. Riley Scott. Her floater inside the lane's on the way and good. We got a tie ball game at 10.
Yeah, again, nice touch by Riley Scott there. Again, Addison Siebels, just a nice drive.
Oh, that was backcourt. Yeah, it was backcourt. I was wondering if they're going to catch it. It was close, but it was a good call that time. So Alma gets the ball back with a chance to take the lead. We'll see Jaylee Henson for the first time for Alma. And also, only Marley Gleason checking in the first time for the Paxton Tigers. Inbounds pass Siebels. Well, they would have kicked it right back. Whitney had a wide open 3. Whitney now gets it with a covered up. Now Camry Scott. Backside, Riley Scott lost the handle.
Yeah, I think she was expecting Chase Malzahn to cut to the basket there and pass to no one.
Siebels got a hand on it, knocked out of bounds. We'll go back to Paxton. Tie ball game, 10 apiece in this quarter number 1, third place game of the RPAC Conference. Final day of the tournament here at the Graph Event Center.
Yeah, again, third game of the week for Paxton. Only the second for Alma as the top seed.
Off the inbounds, Glenn way out front. Hanson. Right side, Nicholson. 2-3 Alma zone. High post. Oh, Jorgensen turns around. She had a shot. Jumper's on the way and good. Why not take that shot? It's Abigail Nicholson knocks it down. It's 13-10 Paxton.
Yeah, again, her second 3 of the quarter.
49 seconds left, quarter number 1. Tigers by 3. And high pass Olmo took Scott out of bounds, and a bad pass Hanson the other way, and they're going to be called for the carry. And going to go back to Alma on the turnover.
Yeah, really nice anticipation by Jaylee Hanson there to get the passes. Again, they doubled up on the sideline there, but just didn't quite have enough control over it.
39 seconds left. Inbounds pass by Alma. Out front now to Camry Scott. Riley Scott has a left side. Scott top of the circle. Winding down the final 32 seconds of the quarter. Got a trap out front. Nice shot, Paxton. Trap caused a turnover. Hanson up court. Jaylee Jorgensen, her layup. Well, I think she drug that pack foot. She sure did. Just couldn't quite get the handle on the right toward the bucket, Bob, and that back foot came off, and it's violation. Go back to Alma.
Yeah, probably just would have been better off just to go ahead and try and make the shot and at least maybe initiated contact and taken a foul. But yeah, again, it's just so hard to put on the brakes that quick.
Cardinals get it back, trailing by 3, 13-10, final 23 seconds of quarter number 1. RPAC Conference third place game. Scott, look at Siebels almost threw that ball away. Cameron Neal, backside look, Malls on. Out front now it's Scott. Now it's Scott, baseline Neal with 6 seconds. Siebels, a 5, off the glass, missed it. Malls on, put back, missed a block shot, put back good with a second left. And that's your quarter, 13-12. Paxton with the first quarter lead. We're back quarter number 2 here for the Graph Event Center here shortly on 103.9 The Hawk. Rich and Bob back here at the Graph Event Center, 13-12 Paxton after the first quarter, Bob.
Yeah, pretty entertaining quarter. There are a few turnover periods of time for both schools, but again, really the offense has kind of got going towards the latter half of that quarter. For Paxton, they had points provided by Abigail Nicholson with 6, Jacelyn Jorgensen with 6, and then Reese Glenn with 1 free throw for their 13. And for Alma, 3 points for Miley Whitney, 4 points for Addison Siebels, 2 points for Chase Malzahn, and Riley Scott with 3 for their 12. And looks like the Cardinals will inbound to start the second quarter.
Thanks all of our great sponsors helping us out in coverage of the RPAC Conference basketball tournaments. Once again, here from the Graph Event Center, 4 games today. As the Cardinals get it first, Cameron Scott has it. Miley Scott, backside Moore. Good step through off the glass and good. And Alma's got a 1-point lead, 14-13.
Yeah, I think Paxton lost track of her a little bit, or else Emily Nicholson was just late getting over there.
Walking violation going to be called against Abigail Nicholson. That's a couple of walks it's called against Paxton here in the first half.
Yeah, again, a couple times just not getting that foot down and then just kind of being, like I said, trying to do something before you really had control of it.
And the Cardinals get it right back. 1-point lead. Riley Scott, Cameron Scott whip pass backside. It's Moore. 3-guard look with Siebels and Malzahn playing inside. Paxton zone look. The lob to Siebels. Goes up high for that one. Double teamed out front. 3 by Riley Scott's on the way and drilled it. They're going to double team inside. That's going to leave a guard wide open every time.
Yeah, and again, Alma does have the ability certainly to have outside shooting. So again, they don't totally rely on Addison Siebels down low.
On the dribble that time, Abigail Nicholson and got pushed right near the near sideline. Foul's going to be called against Alma. Team foul number 1 against the Tigers.
I'm guessing that was on Riley Scott, and that is her first.
Klaus, baseline, inside looking for Jorgensen. The foul's going to be called against this one's going to be against Moore on the inside, and 2 quick ones against Alma.
And again, that's Tursten Moore's 3rd foul, Rich, so she's
wow.
probably going to have to take a seat for the rest of the half.
She had foul trouble in one of the games we did.
Yeah, well, the only one would have been the first one.
That's right, yeah.
So
duh.
Against Southern Valley.
Inbounds pass. Jumpers on the way, and it rolls in. Who got that one?
That was Jacelyn Jorgensen. Again, boy, hit every part of the rim, but nice shooting touch.
Looking down at my roster, and I missed a shot. 17-15, 2-point Alma lead. Quarter number 2, just in a way we played a minute. Looking inside Siebels, tipped around, goes, recovers. Try to take baseline. Runners on the way, missed it, drew the foul. Watched this young lady for 4 years, and been a pretty good player for him, and been the leading scorer pretty much every single year. She'll go to the free throw line for a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, I believe the foul is going to be on Marley Gleason. That's going to be her first. Yeah, you know, and again, I've seen Addison Siebels in volleyball for these years. She hasn't had it seems like she's had a knee brace on for all 4 of those years. I mean, it's not the case, but again, yeah, she's a really nice athlete.
18-15, Alma 3-point lead as we're into quarter number 2. Second free throw is going to be on the way, and this one's a little wide right. Jorgensen on the rebound. Got to take it herself across the timeline, right to left in the offense. Baseline jumpers on the way by Fodes. On the way, missed it. Cameron Scott reached over that time, no contact. Got a 3-on-2 the other way, lead pass. Riley Scott, jumper's going to be on the way, and good touch that time by Scott. It's a 5-point lead, biggest of the game for either night.
Yeah, again, she's got 5 points in the quarter, and again, both shots have been just, again, really nice touches, right?
Biggest lead night for either team. Been 5 points, tipped out of bounds by Alma. Paxton basketball on the side. Jorgensen has it out front to Nicholson. Alma really stretching out that 2-3 zone look. Good tip pass. Tigers get it right back. Nicholson baseline. A little spin move. Block shot out of bounds. We'll go back to Paxton.
Yeah, tough to go inside there with both Siebels and Chase Malzahn there just holding their ground.
Inbounds pass by Fode. Looking for blue shirts. Long three is going to be on the way and missed. Rebound, put back, block shot on the way by Fode. Off of Fode's shot, she comes right back with it.
Yep, Chase Malzahn with that block.
2-3 zone look by Alma. Baseline now it's Gleason. Nicholson dumping it down inside. Now shot. Malzahn got in front of the pass. Runner by Klaus on the way. Missed it. Rebound by Chase Malzahn.
Yeah, Fode was open down low. They were just a little slow getting her the ball. And again, Chase Malzahn is able to block that and then get the rebound.
Siebels contact Jorgensen. No call that time. Alma gets it right back. Hammond. Now Cameron Scott having trouble finding the handle. And Alma had possession, got the timeout.
30-second timeout, yeah, hot potato there.
20-15 Alma. We're back to the Graph Event Center shortly on 103.9 The Hawk. Rich and Bob back here at the Graph Event Center, 20-15, 5:35 left in quarter number 2. Team fouls, not a lot of fouls in this second quarter, which is nice.
Only 2 for Alma and just 1 for Paxton. So yeah, again, a little bit of that this play is kind of certainly straightened out a little bit here in this quarter.
Cameron Scott dumps it off. Siebels kind of drew a traffic to her that time, dumped it off. Jumpers on the way, good. Biggest lead grows to 7, 22-15.
Yeah, Alma certainly starting to warm up from their outside shooting.
And they're going to have a tie-up, and loose ball picked up by Siebels. Got a 2-on-1 the other way. Late pass, Scott on the fly, missed the shot. Rebound, and Hammond come out with it. Now it's Cameron Scott. Inside look, it's the Malzahn touch pass to Siebels on the way and good. It's a 9-point game.
Yeah, again, boy, if Alma had any rust, it's knocked off now. Again, really nice passing there.
24-15. Paxton needs some offense, trailing by 9. Approaching the halfway point, quarter number 2 here from the Graph Event Center. Nicholson, Klaus, in that 2-3 Alma zone. Both teams looking to end the tournament on a good note with a nice win. Jorgensen, the high post. Malzahn caught her at that high post. That'll be team foul number 3, I do believe, against the Cardinals. 2 or 3.
And that's the first foul on Chase Malzahn.
And Paxton will get it back. We'll see Fode check back in, and Klaus will sit. Miley Whitney will check back in for Alma. Tigers off the inbound, underneath their own buckets, off the inbounds. Fode has it, left-handed dribble, nowhere to go. Now Jorgensen out front, being pressured by Cameron Scott. Klaus, I guess, still in the ball game. I thought she checked out. Tipped out of bounds by Alma right near their own bench, and Paxton will keep it. Yeah, again, that is, scoring here in the second quarter definitely in Alma's favor, and that looks like it's giving them a little more energy on defense, too. Yep, Alma's kind of kicked up their defense a little bit more here in the second quarter. 24-15. On the move, Klaus lost the handle inside. Hammond, going to be a reaching foul, going to be called this time against Marley Gleason.
Jump ball.
Oh, just jump. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And Paxton will get it back.
Yeah, Paxton looking for Reese Glenn inside there. And again, Alma anticipating the pass.
Paxton gets it back, needing some points, 24-15. Cardinals at 4:19 left in the quarter. Nice steal by Glenn, but couldn't quite catch it. Gleason has it. Jorgensen dumps it onto Glenn. That's a tough angle. Really, how she got it up and actually missed everything. And here comes Alma the other way.
Yeah, again, big bodies underneath there. And again, Alma able to turn them away twice.
Cameron Scott on the move, dumps down from Malzahn, and the walking violation going to be called against Alma.
Yeah, didn't get the pass off before the foot left the ground.
4-minute mark in the quarter, 24-15. I see the Dundee County Stratton contingent. I see Coach Spargo, and of course, Coach Spargo being the taller of the coaches. Coach Freeland, I do see him, barely. 24-15. Just kidding, Coach
We saw
Freeland.
enough of him this morning.
That's right. What a great guy. Jorgensen, free throw line. Dumps it out to Glenn. Got Molzahn up in the air, jumper baseline. Molzahn got it with contact that time. It'll be Reese Glenn at the free throw line for a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, just a simple pump fake there. And again, Chase Malzahn just a little too anxious to try and block the shot there. That's her second foul.
Mark Cersei, do they have the hospitality room all ready to go? What is it today? Pulled pork. We're still looking for prime rib, but I guess that's the next closest thing. Free throw is a little short by Glenn. She'll get one more.
Prime rib of pig.
Something. Something. Chilean cinnamon rolls were delicious over in Arapahoe yesterday. Well, Arapahoe had the ball games last night that turned around and had the wrestling invite today over there. So athletic director Dustin Kronhoff, I'm sure will sleep well tonight and into tomorrow. 24-15, missed free throws. Long three is going to be on the way, this time by Scott. Is that Whitney or Scott?
Whitney.
Miley Whitney's three. Double-digit lead for the first time, Bob, at 27-15.
Yeah, danger zone, as they say, for Paxton right now. Things are starting to get away from him.
Glenn's three is going to be no good. Camry Neal saved it, but right underneath the bucket. Missed shot by Hansen. Putback's on the way. Jorgensen on the way and good. It's a 10-point game.
Boy, that's why they say never inbound the ball underneath your own basket there. Again, just too easy for Paxton.
Jorgensen has gotten majority of the points for Paxton this game, I think.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, she's up to 10. 10 out of 17.
Alma back in the half-court game. 2:55 left before the half. Tipped out of bounds by Gleason, and it'll be Alma basketball. Yeah,
Tigers really got to try and put the clamps down on defense here. Again, 10-point game. We really don't want to be down certainly any more than that.
Off the inbounds, Hammond throws up a pass. Boy, a lollipop that time, broken up, and here comes Paxton on a 2-on-1. Hansen's layup's going to be on the way and good.
Much needed basket there. Only the 6th point in the quarter for Paxton.
27-19. Score updates brought to you by MMB Bank.
Dynamite!
8-point game. Riley Scott, threes on the way, rimmed in and out. Jorgensen on the defensive board. The Tigers trying to make a run here. Down by 10, now it's 8. Try to cut a little bit more. Threes on the way by Fodes on the way, missed it. Rebounded by Hammond, threw it away, and luckily Siebels had the hands ready. Yeah, that would have been a big basket for Paxton to knock this thing down to just 5. 2-minute mark here before the half, 27-19. Alma, 8-point lead. Close first quarter. Paxton had a 1-point lead after the first quarter, but it's been all Alma here in the quarter number 2. Siebels, free throw line. Looking for white shirts now, Hammond. Skip past cross court. Riley Scott, a little sidestep, and the extra, no, they're going to call I thought they were going to call a walk, but apparently it was a foul on the 3. It's going to be a 3-shot foul coming up. Yeah, Ella Fode going to go ahead and pick up the foul there. Yeah, boy, that shot looked like that was going to be a hard shot floating to her left and had to shoot back to the right a little bit. Coach Moreland saying the same thing, and that's the old NBA little sidestep 3-point shot now. Right. Free throws on the way, good as 28-19. Riley Scott, free throw is going to be on the way. One more, and makes it a 10-point game. We'll see Camry Scott checking back in. Hammond will sit. Yeah, this Alma team is going to look a little different next year with Addison Siebels and Riley Scott, the 2 big cogs for their team this year. They're the only seniors, but again, there's plenty of players left in the house, as they say. Alma, I do believe, has a great junior high team coming up. Some really, really good team. I mean, they're junior high, I get that, but the future looks pretty bright in girls basketball. Foul going to be called against Alma right near their own bench. And this will be 2 shots. That's 5, I believe it is.
Camry Neal going to pick up her first.
It's going to be Jaylee Hansen at the free throw line for a 2-shot foul. Do we miss the days of the 1-and-1?
No, actually.
Free throws on the way. Miss. She'll get one more.
No, not so far.
I don't.
It's been for something I thought
Yeah.
would be much different. It's really been easy to get acclimated to.
Hansen, one more free throw. It's going to be on the way. Missed them both. Glenn on the rebound. Putback's on the way and in. That's a nice rebound that time by the freshman Reese Glenn. 30-21, Alma by 9. As we wind down the final 90 seconds of quarter number 2. Whitney looking baseline. Camry Neal backside. Great look. Riley Scott missed it. Couldn't really use backboard because she was right on the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great pass, so the only place it could be.
Paxton with the basketball being pressured out top. Hansen, 3 is going to be on the way. Missed it. Tipped around, and Seabolds comes out with it for Alma. And one thing we talked about this morning, we say it again, is a lot of these teams playing today haven't played each other. Don't play each other in the schedule.
Yeah, or they're playing late in the year,
right.
Obviously past this time.
Long 3 by Camry Scott's missed it. And Jorgensen on the defensive board, but then stepped out of bounds. With a minute left in the half, it's a 9-point Alma lead.
Set play coming up for Alma on the inbounds.
One thing, I wish some of these, I know, I get it with distance and everything, but, you know, Alma and Paxton, I don't think ever play each other.
Yeah, it's, again,
never.
Well, and then the conference with the 2 additions next year, there's going to be even more of that.
I wish you kind of get some of those matchups they never see, maybe a little bit more. And it's going to be a couple, not free throws yet. Nope, it's going to be on the floor. 3rd team foul going to be called against Paxton.
Yeah, that one's going to be called on Reese Glenn.
51 seconds left in the half. 30-21 Alma, that 9-point lead still.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start actually for both teams, but Alma 30 points already before, halftime.
Off the inbounds, too easy that time. Siebel's got open, way too easy of a catch. The lead's up to 11 again, 32-21.
Yeah, that's just the player. You just have to know where she's at all the time.
Trapping defense by Alma out front. Their guards, Hansen got away. She's had some good minutes off the bench. Tipped out of bounds by Siebels and goes back to Paxton on the side. You know, like Maywood, Center, and Southern Valley, they don't play each other in the schedule. It's not that far from Maywood to Oxford. Come on.
Well, and certainly Maywood goes further. They go up in more western and northern Nebraska, too.
Tipped out of bounds by Alma, and Paxton will keep it.
We'll just have to put that in the suggestion box for the RPAC commissioner.
Come on, start playing these games. 32-21, 32 seconds left.
Yeah, you could fill a whole basketball season by just playing the teams in your conference.
You could. And I agree. You play people out of conference. I love that. But
of course.
But, yeah. Look, that's a tough pass from Glenn to Jorgensen along that sideline. And went off her hand out of bounds. Goes back to Alma. They can play for a final shot with 19 seconds left.
Yeah, big high hop on that pass. And, again, she would have caught it. She would have been behind the basket anyway. Camry
Scott, Miley Whitney, Seabolds, free throw line. Spin move, step through off the glass, and she is so good at that. Wow. And it's a 13-point game, 34-21.
Yeah, she's got 9 in the quarter herself.
4 seconds with 3, with 2. Jorgensen with a bomb this from the 10-foot line. It's going to be short. And after one half of play, it's 34-21 Alma. Bob and I will talk about its stats after the break. RPAC Conference Basketball, 103.9 The Hawk and Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Rich and Bob back here at the Graph Event Center. Halftime score 34-21. 34-21 Alma with a big second quarter. Paxton had a 1-point lead after the first quarter, Bob, but the Alma turned up the defense a lot more, and a 13-point game here.
Well, again, yeah, Alma outscored Paxton 22-8 in the quarter, really got the offense going. Again, Paxton just struggled underneath, missed a number of really short-range shots, and again, just could not get anything going in the quarter. Alma's defense also in the press kind of took its toll a little bit. Scoring for the Tigers, Jaylee Hansen with 2, Abigail Nicholson with 6, Jacelyn Jorgensen with 10, and Reese Glenn with 3. So again, 13 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter for Paxton. For Alma, Cameron Scott has 6 points, Addison Siebels with 13 in the first half, Tursten Moore with 2, Chase Malzahn with 2, and Riley Scott with 11 for their 34. And again, 12 in the first, 22 in the second. Yeah, they really just got things going. Addison Siebels had a number of shots in the paint, and again, some nice touch. Riley Scott had 1 3 in the quarter, and Cameron Scott had another 3 in the quarter. So again, Alma, boy, that back to their offense. 34 points in the first half, and again, yeah, Paxton's got an uphill road to climb right now.
First of 4 games here from the Graph Event Center in McCook, and we've got the third place boys game coming up after we're done. Cambridge, Dundee County, Stratton, and 2. I think it's going to be 2 pretty good championship games after that. Bob and I back with the second half coming up in just a few minutes. You're listening to the RPAC Conference Basketball Tournament on 103.9 The Hawk and the Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Rich and Bob back here at the Graph Event Center on 103.9 The Hawk, Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody on the YouTube channel. Once again, got a lot of viewers, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help us out with our numbers. We're closing in on 1,000, so keep subscribing. Second half, Bob, Paxton's got to get after it right away here. They're down 13. You don't want to be down close to 20 by the end of the third.
Right, again, they're really going to have to get certainly better on the offensive side of things. And again, consistently break that Alma pressure, because I think they're going to see more of it here. And if you're an Alma fan, boy, let's just keep doing what we're doing. We're hitting from inside, we're hitting from outside, and that's just making everything that much tougher for Paxton to defend. Oh, fan of the game coming in.
Oh my gosh, look at that good-looking wife over. I mean, your good-looking wife over there. Sorry, not.
Yeah, we always announce her entry on radio.
Wow, man, oh man, is she a hottie or what? Is she a hottie or what?
Yes, absolutely.
Man, you definitely outkicked your coverage. You know that?
Well, let's just say I married up, shall we?
34-21. Alma with the basketball to begin the third quarter, up 13. Whips that backside. Moore, who was on the bench for a lot of that third quarter or second quarter with foul trouble. Long three by Camry. Scott's good.
Boy, again, just the thing Paxton did not want to see, and that's somebody who hasn't hit a three, hit one.
37-21 lead is up to 16 for the Cardinals. The one seed in the East with a big win, or the big lead on the way. They're hoping for a win. Tipped out of bounds by Siebels. Goes back to Paxton underneath. Again, Paxton was the 2 seed in the West Division, right behind Maywood Hay Center. Lost to Maywood. It was a 7-point game, 52-45.
Played him tough.
On the dribble, Klaus, the runners on the foul first out front. And
I think Riley Scott's going to get that.
Yep, Riley Scott got the personal. First team foul against the Cardinals in the quarter.
Yeah, we apologize, folks. Again, we can't see. They aren't posting the scoreboard issues. They aren't posting the player in the foul.
That was Jaylee Hansen on the nice entry pass to her with the buckets, 37-23. Yeah, the scoreboard's a little malfunction. Tursta Moore dribbles out of bounds and goes back to Paxton on the turnover.
Yeah, again, she really did have to sit out a lot of that first half. So, again, Alma's, that was a weapon they did not have the use of in the first half.
Paxton that's almost had a turnover as Cameras got out and then got a little close. Got a little greedy that time, went for the steal. Going to commit the foul. That'll be team foul number 2 against Alma in the quarter.
Can I say half when we're playing quarters?
You can if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Sure. 37-23. Alma with the lead off the inbounds pass. Klaus. Jaylee Hansen up starting the third quarter. She played some great minutes in there. And just a sophomore, but she's starting the quarter. Tough pass to Jorgensen, tipped around. Molzon got a hand on that, and here comes Alma. Cardinals, Molzon then passes a little wide. It's kind of a tough one to Molzon to catch. Goes back to Paxton.
Yeah, really an unforced error there again. Riley Scott with kind of the baseball pass, kind of, let's say it was kind of a slider that got away from her.
Yep. Head coach Siebels and Alma. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be weird, I'm sure, for her next year without her daughter being there for the first time in a while. Nice job on the entry pass to Fody that time. Jumper's on the way and good. It's a 12-point game.
Yeah, Chase Malzahn gambled and lost on that one. So, again, easy basket.
Not for sure, Coach Siebels. Are there any other siblings in the Siebels? I'm not for sure. Any more coming up. 37-25. Moore has it. Whip side, backside. It's Malzahn off the glass. Good touch. Chase Malzahn off the glass. Good.
Yeah, again, really good choice by her to use the backboard on that.
39-25. And right now, every time Paxton hits a bucket, Alma's answering each and every time. Jorgensen, runner in the lane, missed it. Rebound by Siebels.
Yeah, again, Alma's really had, seems like, the better play, especially on the defensive boards.
Siebels, Camry Scott. And walk first. And go back to Paxton.
Yeah, again, tough defense there by Jacelyn Jorgensen, but they got her a little bit with the body. If that wasn't a travel, she might have been called for the push there.
Of course, you got the RPAC final day, and you got people from all schools that come to watch the final day, and you see people from Southwest, you see people from Med Valley are here. Even if your school's not playing, you come to watch. Runner by Klaus on the way, missed it. Rebounded by Jason Jorgensen, the foul against Alma before the shot. And the Cardinals have already 3 team fouls, and we just played a couple of minutes in the third quarter.
Yeah, I believe that one was called on Addison Siebels there, her second.
39-25. Molzon's going to check out.
Yeah, unless if they called it on Malzahn, that would be her third.
Inbounds pass, Paxton with the basketball. Elafodi. It's Hansen. We got Glenn. Jorgensen down low. Hansen has it, high post down to Jorgensen. A little high low to Glenn. Trying to get a little ball fake, but nothing there. Boy, throws a rocket right out off the hands. That should be out of bounds, or it's backcourt, one of the two. Boy, Glenn just really threw that a hard pass, and a hot pass that time goes off of Paxton.
Yeah, again, boy, Riley Scott, nice effort there, diving after the ball. Again, really just let it go, and it's going to be yours anyway.
High post Siebels, backside look. Riley Scott. Siebels, they're trying to get more involved. Tipped away on a nice play by Klaus, but Siebels got it right back. Hot potato. Siebels has it right back. Loose ball picked up by Jorgensen. Has Klaus ahead. Layup. Oh, she can't control it. Dang it. Feel bad that time because it was an easy layup and couldn't quite handle it. 39-25. It's Alma still by 14.
Yeah.
Score update brought to you by MMB Bank.
Say what?
I caught you off guard a little bit there, didn't
I? You did. I had one ready, and I couldn't remember what it was.
Half court set for the Cardinals. It's Siebels. Hammond's back in the ball game, and she drugged that pivot foot. We have had a billion walking violations today.
Yeah, again, well, and again, it's like I said, several players have just gotten kind of passes in awkward positions, and again, it's just hard to either stop or establish that pivot foot.
39-25, all Alma in this one, third quarter, almost the halfway point. Glenn near that Paxton bench, and the foul's going to be called against Alma. And you're wondering, it's like,
yeah, don't need to foul.
Don't need a foul. I mean, they've racked up, that's 4 on almost 5. And it's like, you got a 14-point lead. You're just going to give them more chances to get themselves back in this game at the line.
Yeah, again, Riley Scott's going to pick up her third.
Coach Siebels probably going to reiterate what we just said and say, quit fouling. We're back to the Graph Event Center here shortly on 103.9 The Hawk. Richard Ma back here at the Graph Event Center, 4:43 left, 39-25. Alma with that 14-point lead. Still, as we're in the quarter number 3 here in the first of 4 games here at the Graph Event Center, we'll have Cambridge and Dundee County Stratton boys. Third place game. You think the Cambridge boys have a little payback after what happened? You and Mark called that last game.
Yeah, again, boy, really just a horrible offensive night for the Trojans that night. Again, obviously credit to Dundee County's pressure defense. But, yeah, I think that they're certainly looking for a little different result.
And Cambridge last night, they had a battle with Alma last night, and that game over Arapahoe just fell a little bit short. Long 3 by Riley Scott's going to be no good. Rebound by Jorgensen on the backside. Lead pass broken up by Scott. It's going to go back to, she thought she had a second deflection off of Klaus, but didn't get the whistle.
Exactly, no. Kind of been stuck on this score for a minute and a half or so.
Yeah, we have. 39-25. Get into February next week, and we're looking at about 2 weeks left in the regular seasons, postseason, sub-districts. Starting to think about that a little bit more. Got a text from Mark the other day. Rich, we need to start looking at these a little bit more. I agree.
Again, a lot of these teams only have maybe 4 or 5 games left in the regular season.
Yeah, exactly right. We'll have a couple of dates on the Hawk coming up next week. Bounce pass inside the block. A lot of congestion, jump ball situation. Siebels and Jorgensen. Mark's going to be down at Bartley for Southwest and Dundee County Stratton. Girls, boys, doubleheader there. We talked to Coach Job this morning from DCS. Boy, they're playing well. Big win for them. A good note into that tournament. They're coming on. They got 9 wins this year.
Yeah, again, it's just a significant improvement without a doubt.
Jorgensen looking backside. Nicholson broken up, and here comes Miley Whitney the other way for Alma.
Yeah, Addison Siebels with the quick hands there.
Still 39-25 in the third. Siebels free throw line. Looking inside, Malzahn almost had a good one-handed catch, couldn't quite do it. And here comes Paxton, errant pass. Jorgensen just got to brush it more aside, went after it. Jumper on the way. They got to count that on the three-point play opportunity. And one, the blocking foul going to be called against Moore.
And that will be number 4 on her. That I am sure of. So she will take a seat.
And that's 5 team fouls. So it's 2 shots for the rest of this 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, boy, again, you're right, Rich. I mean, Alma does not need to foul.
39-27. Yep, we have those 2 games on Tuesday, and then Mark is, where's that at, Hitchcock County, or is that Maywood? Maywood? Maywood Hayes Center, Hitchcock County on Friday nights. Bob and I will be in at the high school gym for Ogallala McCook on Kicks 96.1 Friday, and then, and then.
Let's just call it a road trip.
A road trip to Ainsworth. Runner baseline by Camry Scott's no good. And is the tide starting to turn a little bit here? It's 11 still, but
yeah, again, I mean Paxton again, you know, a couple of threes would certainly tighten things up, and Alma kind of you know, not quite as intense as they were in the first half.
Across the timeline with Abigail Nicholson there, and a walking violation going to be called against Paxton again. Yeah,
it's a tough place to stop. I mean, basically right on the center line there, and again double teamed by the Alma defense.
Now, does each officiating crew, they get 1 game, or they're going to go 2 games?
I imagine they're going to do 2. They'll have the 2 these guys will do the consolation games, and another crew will come out for the title games.
Back to the zone for Paxton. Scott inside Siebels on the move, through the foul. Got the shot up, almost on 1, but out of Siebels, the free throw line for a 2-shot foul.
Ella Foti going to pick up the foul there, and again, yeah, Addison Siebels, boy, you just can't let her get a step towards the basket because she's going to try and finish every time.
At the 3-minute mark coming up, Alma's been stuck on 39 for a while. Free throw's going to be on the way and good. 40-28. That volleyball squad for Alma, another good year. I don't think they were the record-wise. They were a 20-win team last year. I don't know if they reached 20 wins this year. It was close though.
Right.
Off the inbounds, a turnover. Here comes Miley Whitney, and now it's Camry Scott baseline. Siebels. Riley Scott has it. Now Camry Scott. Against the zone. Siebels high post. Whip pass backside. Riley Scott 3 is going to be on the way. Missed it. Rebound comes long to Nicholson for Paxton. Tigers trying to break in this lead a little bit more. Backside look. Klaus runner off the glass and good. 10-point game. 40-30.
Yeah, her first bucket of the quarter. And again, Alma outscoring Paxton outscoring Alma in the quarter 9-6.
Had a nice play by Nicholson, defensive play. Klaus, she would have hit. She had Jorgensen to her right, but didn't have her head up. But the foul is going to be called against Alma. And nope, that'll put Paxton back in the free throw line for another 2-shot foul.
Miley Whitney going to pick up the foul, if I read referee Jay Curl's fingers correctly.
Now Klaus, if she would have looked up that time, she had Jorgensen running down court and couldn't quite find her. Klaus, the free throw line, 2-shot foul. First one's on the way and good.
Yeah, you don't necessarily think Alma's in danger here, but all of a sudden it's just one of these games where all of a sudden you wake up and you got a 2 or 4 pointer.
40-31 ball game. Second free throw is on the way and good. 40-32, 2:17 left. Cardinals get it back. It's a 2-3 zone. High post Siebels on the move. Runner inside the lane. And again, like I said before, she is so good at that. 42-32 and back to a 10-point game.
And you need a couple of points, just go to Addison Siebels there. Now Paxton just throws the ball away. So
yeah, right to Coach Moreland. And nice job, just a slight bounce on the frustration. that could have been a little harder bounce. Just under the 2-minute mark here, third quarter, 10-point game, 42-32. Camry Scott has it. Baseline now. It's Camry Neal's back in the ball game. Camry Scott, Riley Scott, play catch out front. Miley Whitney, 3 right side's going to be on the way short. Rebound by Nicholson. Emily Nicholson. Here comes Paxton. Can cut it down below 10 right here. Minute 36 left. Nicholson out front. The return right pass. And a little contact. You see it went out of bounds off Alma last.
Yeah, touched by Addison Siebels there.
Hammond will check back in. Riley Scott will check out for Alma. Paxton basketball underneath. Off the inbounds by Jason Jorgensen and a turnover. Lead pass to Miley Whitney. Layups on the way and good. So the bad pass leads to a turnover, 44-32.
Yeah, boy, again, Paxton just letting things get away again right before the end of the quarter.
Minute 16 left. Jumper inside the lane. Missed it. Rebound by Cameron Neal. Cameron Scott, that was awfully close backcourt, but I don't think she had crossed yet. Siebels, step through. Added Siebels off the glass. Missed it. Rebound by Jason Jorgensen backside. Lead pass to Klaus. No numbers. Will dribble out. And looking inside on a bad pass. Paxton. Here comes Alma the way.
Boy, yeah, just can't give up those possessions like that.
Cameron Scott pops, threes on the way, and knock her home. And just like that, it's a 15-point game, 47-32.
Yeah, boy, they just teased. You know, Paxton could not make hay when Alma was a little bit off on their shooting. And now, again, a couple of quick buckets here and back up to 15,
yeah,
like you said.
Paxton, Bob, had it down to 10, and with the ball, to make it an 7 or 8-point game just like that, it's back to 15. Winding down the 36 seconds left in the third. Jorgensen, again, coming to McCook Community College next year. Bodie has it. Got to keep that ball moving, standing around. Out front now to Klaus. High post to Glenn. Put the ball down, got it swiped away. Bodies on the floor. Jump ball, possession arrow back to Alma.
Yeah, again, it's really been these last 2 minutes, Rich. I mean, it was, you know, Paxton kind of creeping back into it. And then within the last 2 minutes here is when Alma's kind of put on that offensive burst again.
47-32, 14 seconds left. Cameron Scott across the timeline, right to left in the offense. Boy, bucket right by Alma. It's kind of a dagger. Siebels, Miley Whitney, three is going to be on the way. Missed it short, and that is, well, we got 2 seconds. Got one. They won't get a shot. They wouldn't count that, but it fell short and went wide left. 47-32, Alma. The fourth quarter is coming up here shortly on 103.9 The Hawk. Rich and Bob back here at the Graph Event Center. Fourth quarter about ready to start. 47-32. Still that 15-point lead, Bob.
Gosh, I mean, just amazing there. You know, looked like Paxton was going to outscore Alma during the course of the whole quarter. And as it turns out, Alma with that kind of blitz in the last 2 minutes, they outscored Paxton 13-11 in the quarter to bump that 13-point halftime lead up to 15 now. So, again, obviously, Rich, every possession just vitally important to Paxton, and they're really going to have to shoot lights out to get back in this game.
You got some totals there? Or, do you have a chance?
No, we'll save it for the final.
Okay.
Which means I didn't do it.
As Paxton with the ball, Hansen has it out front now with Abigail Nilkson. Also Jorgensen in there as well. Also with Bodie as well. Got a walk-in violation. Boy, another walk.
Yeah, you know, and it's really funny. There's a lot of these passes are really putting some of the Paxton Tigers just in some really tough positions. They're a little bit off, forcing the player to, just move their feet to get there, and it's just not worked out for them.
Chance for Alma to add to their lead up 15 here in the fourth quarter. Chase Malzahn back in the ball game. Whitney, Cameron Scott, top of the circle. 2-3, Paxton zone. Ball movement pretty good. Cameron Scott, good looking at threes on the way, in and out. And rebounded inside by Marley Glinson.
Yeah, again, they do move the ball well is right.
47-32. Off the drive. Nice drive that time by Ella Bodie that time. 47-34.
Yeah, Alma playing a little bit back off on defense a little bit there. Addison Siebels could have probably stopped that, but again, don't want to pick up the foul.
Minute gone in the fourth quarter, 47-34. Score update brought to you by MMB Bank.
Say what?
Lob to Siebels, right where she needed to get it that time. Jumper up, missed, and drew the foul.
Yeah, obviously Addison Siebel's an excellent free throw shooter as well.
Jumpers on the way, or free throw line shots on the way and good, 48-34.
Well, she could jump from
Yeah,
the free
that's
throw
true.
line. That's still legal. You don't go over.
Siebel's having a nice night.
Yeah, she is. Oh, boy, she's up to 17 points.
I
so
thought
far.
maybe she was pushing toward 20 tonight, close, or today. Second free throw. She shoots free throws well, 49-34.
Yeah, just a nice shot all the way around.
Here comes, once again, that pressure out front. Once again, 49-34 with 6:37 left. .90 seconds gone in the quarter. And out of bounds, going to go out of bounds off of Paxton last, I do believe. Alma will get it back. 6:27 left.
Yeah, this will be a nice win. Certainly give Alma some extra points there going into their wind down. They do, I think they possibly might play Southern Valley the last game of the season. So, again, that would also be another chance for them to rack up some points. On
the move is Camry Scott. Far side now, it's Siebels on the move, and a blocking foul is going to be called against Marley Glenson, I do believe.
Yeah, Siebels, again, really hard to handle one-on-one.
Blocking foul going to be called against Alma again.
Yeah, Addison Siebels going to pick up that foul. Nope, they actually gave it to Chase Malzahn.
49-34 in the fourth quarter, 5:48 left. Long three by Jorgensen's on the way, missed. Long rebound to Jaylee Hansen. Putbacks on the way, missed. And rebound. Paxton, do they have it? Nope, it's going to be Riley Scott coming out with it.
Yeah, again, Alma continues to really just rebound the ball well.
5:31 left. Siebel trying to hit that 20-point mark. Missed it. Malzahn. Putbacks on the way. Missed it. Rebound. And a foul as Camry Scott got the defensive board. The foul is going to be called against Paxton. We just haven't had much scoring lately, have we?
No, it's just, again, it's gone in spurts, too. I mean, there's just these kind of these dry spells every once in a while. And, again, you wonder, too, if both teams, to me, look a little bit like they're getting tired out there, too.
Glenn will check in that Paxton lineup at the last dead ball. Moore trying to work baseline. Mr. Moore, top of the circle. Gets a screen from Siebels. Siebels steps out. Now it's Camry Scott. Camry Scott, wing jumper's going to be on the way. Missed a long rebound. Comes out to Paxton to Hansen.
Yep, 5 minutes to go here. Again, Paxton needs points in a hurry.
Klaus looking inside for Glenn. Knocked out of bounds by Siebels that time. Goes back to Paxton. 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. 49-34. MCC basketball teams with our weekend off. Had games last night at Western Nebraska. Jumpers on the way, good. Nice runner inside lane by Jordan Klaus. 49-36.
Yep, she's had a nice second half. Shut out in the first half, but has 6 here in the second half.
Camry Scott the other way. Jumper on the way by Riley Scott's on the way, good. 51-36.
Yeah, her first points of the second half. And again, boy, just shot lights out in the first half. And again, another nice shot there from 15.
Got to do a double take every now and then with Riley Scott and Miley Whitney because they kind of both look the same. Scott, I think, is a little taller.
Yep, exactly right.
Goes out of bounds off Alma last. It goes back to Paxton, and Paxton will get a timeout. 51-36. We're back to the Graph Event Center shortly on 103.9 The Hawk. Rich and Bob back here at the Graph Event Center. as Mr. Sean Knoll, a.k.a. Mitch Murdoch, playing some good tunes, busting out some Bobby Brown. How about that?
Well, I don't know if that's quite my preferred style, but
I don't mind.
Over the course of 4 games today, I'm sure we're going to hear a little bit of every genre of music.
Oh, I'm sure. 51-36 at 4:26 left in the fourth quarter. Alma's been up double-digit lead, and Paxton's got a little close, Bob, but it's been 13-15 for a while now. And the floater inside the lane, Jacelyn Jorgensen. Nice set play that time by Paxton.
Right on the inbounds pass, and again, much-needed basket for the Tigers.
51-38, the lead's at 13. Paxton, it's now or never. If you want to make a run, you got to do it now. Trailing by 13.
And this is a very good passing Alma team, too. So, again, they're going to be hard to get the ball away from.
Scott, jumper, count it, chance of the three-point play. That's a highlight video play right there.
Yeah, that was really a nice touch there and just kind of floated in the air. Contact, still made the basket.
53-38 at the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Free throw and the three-point play. He's on the way, missed it. Jorgensen, got swiped from behind by Moore. She saves it, a nice save to Scott. Scott has it on the move. Bounce pass to Moore. Jumper up, miss, drew the foul. Jacelyn Jorgensen with the body that time, and it's going to be a 2-shot foul for Thurston Moore.
Yeah, just a nice entry pass there, and again, defensive player was compromised. Could do nothing but foul. Yeah, Paxton, they can't give up easy baskets at all at this point.
53-38 in a 15-point game. Free throw is going to be on the way and good. 54-38. Huskers got beat today, I see. My Heels win today. They were up. They were up on Florida State late. And yes, they did. 75-68 to remain undefeated in the ACC Conference. 54-38, a great steal by Thurston Moore. Left-handed layups on the way and good. 18-point game, Bob, at 3:41 left.
Yeah, you wonder too, Rich, with this, margin of victory, if that, influences Southern Valley or Maywood Hayes Center a little bit, seeing what the score is of this game.
Kicked out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off of Paxton last. No touch by Alma. I think they're going to talk about it, and they're going to overrule this one, and they're going to say, nope, it's going to stay here.
It's easy to change your mind in an 18-point game.
I didn't think a summit needed to happen for this call.
I was just going to say.
Oh, come on, guys. Just make it. Come on. Jiminy Christmas. These two probably have a lot of discussions over Christmas dinner, too, I'm sure. Or Thanksgiving dinner, one of the two, and it's going to stay to Paxton.
Again, 18-point game, that's an easy call.
56-38, Paxton off the inbounds. Fody has a baseline. Now it's Abigail Nicholson out front. Now it's Jordan Klaus. Jorgensen, three is going to be on the way. Missed it. Rebound by Riley Scott.
Yeah, nothing but white shirts underneath.
Good catch. Moore in traffic. Layups on the way, and good. It's a 20-point game, 58-38.
Wow, they can't thread the needle on that pass is right.
And I'm thinking that we're going to see some subs coming in here pretty darn soon. And a 20-point game. Loose ball.
Nicholson, yeah, everybody wants to play here. So, again, I think, both coaches will be doing that.
Klaus jumping inside to Jorgensen. Off the glass. Missed it. Loose ball. Hot potato still. Jorgensen trying to grab it. And we have a jump ball. Possession arc going back to Alma. We will have some time in between games. Warm up and for us to hit that hospitality room and see what's the grubs down there. Coach Moreland there, he's going to clear his bench, and I'm sure Coach Siebels will do the same. .247 left, 58-38. Cardinals will pick up a nice win in this, the RPAC tournament. Paxton, they still got, good season going.
Oh, absolutely.
See what they can do here in the weeks to come. Good backdoor cut to Riley Scott. Entry pass from Thurston Moore. There'll be a couple of free throws coming up for Alma.
Abigail Nicholson's going to pick up the foul there. Yeah, again, not sure who's in Paxton's sub-district, but they certainly have to be one of the better teams in their subject,
Yeah.
if not the top seed.
Free throw by Riley Scott's on the way and good. 59-38, biggest lead. Rose at 21. Second free throw is going to be on the way, and this one's good as well. 60-38. With 2:30 left in this ball game. Walk-in violation going to be called against Paxton. And a few more subs coming in for both teams. Marley Gleason checking back in. Also Natalie Jorgensen, freshman in the ballgame for the first time. Alma, Arapahoe, Axtell, Loomis, and Southern Valley. Our great researcher, Mark Searcy, looking that up. So, yeah, Alma's got Southern Valley in that sub-district, and a long three by Riley Scott. She's having a pretty good game scoring-wise,
yeah,
too.
We'll have final totals there, but, yeah, again, boy, it's just you kind of hate to see this. Again, this certainly game has been a little bit closer than this at this point.
63-38. Jumper baseline's going to be short. Moore comes out with it. On the move, and Riley Scott layups on the way and good. Coach Siebel's going to get a timeout right here, 65-38. He's got 5 new players coming in. Quick break, and we're back to the Graph Event Center coming up here shortly. Kicks, I did it. I mentioned Kicks. Dang it, 103.9 The Hawk, Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Rich and Bob back here one more time. Probably the last break we have, 65-38. As Alma put in some more subs as well. Look ahead to game 2, Bob. Cambridge, Dundee County, Stratton. That's going to be, I think, a really good one. Rematch from a couple of weeks ago. Rematch of last year, this third-place game.
Yeah, exactly right. Boy, again, you just kind of wonder, again, who's going to be the more intense team. Cambridge, boy, wants a payback in the worst way, and Dundee County, Stratton. You wonder, again, how up are they going to be after that Maywood Hayes Center game?
Jump ball, and possession arrow goes back to Paxton. A minute 31 left, 65-38. Wonder how those Southwest Conference games are going today. Be interesting. Got to look at that in between games, see on the scores. How up to North Platte Community College. Threes on the way by Jaylee Hansen for Paxton, 65-41. And foul going to be called against Hansen out front, and that'll be just the they're over the 5 foul limit, so it'll be free throws for Alma. Yep, I'm thinking what you're thinking, Bob. Why? Free throws coming up. Addison Poole, a senior, will go to the free throw line for a 2-shot foul. Free throw is going to be on the way and missed it. She'll get one more. A couple of more Paxton players getting some minutes here. And number 40, Hadley Kramer. 42, Sarah Brott. And one more free throw is coming up. Free throw is going to be on the way and rolls off. Out of bounds off of Alma last. We'll go back to Paxton. We'll have a quick post game after we're done. Bob and stats. And then get ready for the Cambridge Dundee County Stratton boys third place game. Championship games a little bit later on. Maywood Hayes Center girls and Southern Valley. Maywood Hayes Center boys and Alma. Out of bounds off Alma. Baseline goes back to Paxton. And another RPAC Conference basketball tournament going to be in the books. So with 2 teams moving in next year, wonder how what the Saturday schedule is going to be like. Because, and are you going to be able to have the Super Saturday games, all 6 games? Because you're going to add 1 more game, right?
Well, it depends on if they have just a true bracket play or how they're going to work that. But
we might discuss
theoretically, you still could have the same, third-place games.
Yeah. I will be talking to John Davis at the RPAC conference coming up at halftime of the next game. And we'll ask him that question. What's the brackets? I'm sure it's been talked about and discussed, and what it's going to be like with Highline and Sutherland coming in next year. Jumper up is good by, once again, by Paxton, 65-43.
Natalie Jorgensen with that bucket.
23 seconds left in this one. As the Cardinals pick up a big win. Once again, the 1 seed fell to the 2 seed Southern Valley in a winner's bracket game, but come back in the 3rd place game, play pretty well. Layup's going to be on the way and missed that time by Jaylee Hansen. Putbacks on the way, missed it. Loose ball, and this is going to be it. Your ball game right here with 3, 2, and 1. Final score in this one is Alma 65 and Paxton 43 is your final. Post game is on the way shortly on 103.9 The Hawk.